I'm Bob Harris. Welcome to Duraman's educational video series. What we're about to demonstrate is Duraman's E10CV, which is the Cove-based product. What we've done previously, we've made a little mock sample here, and we used the E10 and we broadcast sand to get a profile. Now, if you're going over something that's more porous, say for example like drywall, you can use the E10 and brush apply it onto the Cove base and then let it tack up. And when it reaches that point where it's got a tack to it, you can actually go right into the E10CV Cove-based material over that tacky E10 application. For today's example, since we primed yesterday, we broadcast sand into it to get a rough profile. So what we're doing is we're taking the part A of the E10CV and we've poured the part A into here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the E10 part B and we're going to mix that for 3 minutes, okay? Once we've mixed that for 3 solid minutes, we're going to take our sand aggregate and we're going to mix into the material. And as an option, there is a Cove-based powder that we can also apply into the previously mixed part A, B, and the sand. And what the Cove-based powder does is it acts as almost like a lubricant for your trowel. So you get less resistance, it's not as sticky. And I know that a lot of the applicators like that. In the industry, some installers prefer to use just the standard E10 100% solids epoxy and mix their own Cabasil. But Cabasil is a little bit cumbersome to work with because a 20-pound bag, for example, comes 4 or 5 foot tall, and the moment that you open it, it literally is so fine it goes airborne. So this is actually convenient packaging because you don't have to deal with that mess that you're potentially going to have. So it's already prepackaged, pre-mixed, and you won't have that airborne particulate when you open a bag of Cabasil. So we've already got our part A of the E10CV. Now it's time to mix in our part B. Make sure you get all of the part B, which it's fairly fluid, so it easily comes out. No need to scrape with a spatula there. It all came out. And now I'm going to mix for 3 minutes prior to our sand application. How much do you have left? A little more? More? Okay, hold that. You can walk out now. That's good. All right, we've thoroughly blended and mixed our blended mortar aggregates. And we've also put the Cove-based powder in there. And what we've done is we've created almost a mortar consistency here, as you can see. So normally what we'll do first is throw the material right down into where the Cove base is actually going to go. Get the material down there. There's no specialty techniques at this point. Just get the material onto the surface. Normally this is at least a 2-person operation. One person is actually troweling the mortar up, and what I mean by that is like this. Actually troweling the mortar up while the other person's coming behind with the actual cove base trowel. Now in this particular cove-based demonstration, we have the mortar hung up there. It's hanging nicely on the surface. This just happens to be the cove-based trowel that we are using for this demonstration. I'll be honest, I'm not real familiar with this, but what it does is it creates the top lip. Now in most cases, what applicators will do is they'll take an adhesive, say 1/4 inch or 1/2 by 1/2 strip, and they'll attach that to the wall, and that gives you the actual thickness, so the edge of your trowel rides up against that previously inserted plastic strip. We didn't do that for this demonstration. We're going to try to use this guy right here, and then what we'll do is we'll peel the blue tape. So let's give it a try. Worst case scenario, don't panic if it falls off the wall. You might have to add a teeny bit more sand or plaster it back up and wait another 5 or 10 minutes. Let's see what we get. Okay, not bad. We've got a decent cove here. A little wet. When you see it start to pull like that, it's a little bit wet, so we could just put some mortar back up there, trowel it back up if we need be, and we'll hit it again. So worst case scenario, we'll give this another, say 5-10 minutes, but that's what we're going for. You can see this nice cove down here. That's what we're actually going for. So we're gonna give this a few more minutes and try it again. All right, that's a lot better. So we waited that extra, 7 or 8 minutes, and we got it struck off there real nicely. So what we'll try to do is we'll come over on this side. Again, normally I'd be kneeling right there, so for the sake of the video, I'm going to try to do it from the back, which is obviously not reality because I'd be behind the wall. But I'm going to try to come over here. And it just takes practice, to be honest with you. See, now this is an awkward position for me, because I can't really apply a lot of pressure. But you don't panic. If it falls off the wall, you simply put it back up and you just work with it until you get it to the quality that you prefer. So you can see I had a lot of excess material on there. So what I'll do is I'll shave some of this off and start again, trowel it right up, and then we're going to be really close to the proper amount of material now. So I'll just give this one more trowel and strike it one last time with that cove base trowel, and we should be close to getting done. All right, that's the rough part about getting the cove base. Doesn't look too bad. What I'll do is I'll come up in some of these corners now, and you can just use the tip of your finger with some acetone, and you could just straighten up these edges a little bit. See here? Blend it so it looks much better. Same thing on the corners down here. Just blend it in. Once this tightens up, well, here in the next, say, 30, 40 minutes, we're going to remove the blue tape. We don't want to lock the tape in there. And then maybe an hour and a half later, we'll come through with a brush and we'll just touch anything that's bad, and we'll let that harden until the following day. And then we'll take a rubbing stone and we'll rub the edges and the face of this to get it roughened up and smooth it out, actually. Take any nibs off and then solvent wipe that, and then we're ready for whatever our next application is. But it's okay, so what we did is we blended it out right here, so it's pretty much seamless transition from where the Cove base meets what would be our floor. And now what we would do is come in and do all of our necessary prep, and whatever our flooring system was going to be. It could be E10 with a quartz broadcast, perhaps paint chips, whatever, and you would just go right up over into the Cove, and that's why we consider this a seamless floor, because there's no openings or no gaps. And then of course, once you obtained whatever your decorative system was, you would clear coat with whatever your system was right on the floor all the way up to the Cove base.